Hey, 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 my YouTube family. I will be with y'all in a few seconds. Streaming starting soon. Hey, 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 my YouTube family. Whew, Jesus, I have digressed and I have gracefully hit next so many times. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this started for y'all. Now I can't say that it may be released tonight. It probably be released tomorrow morning. Okay. So it takes up from the last episode when they are in the Pride Parade. And then Kiana brings up Stacy dating Chris. And Monique said that she is not with Chris anymore because she did not want him anymore. Okay. And then Kiana thought that she was doing, she thought she was going to down, get down to the mess and all this and this and that, but she just hit a big negative. Okay. Negative, 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 negative. Okay. Mm. And then it goes to, Monique and let's call them Monique and then Stacey. Okay, and then we get to Stacy, and then it goes to Stacy, and then the whole thing is Stacy didn't even know Monique, so it's just not it, just not it, not it, not it. And Stacy, we know Stacy is a fibber. That's a good way to say, because I ain't gonna I ain't gonna say the L word. No, I say it. She a liar. So it is just not it. And my whole thing with Stacy is I've been trying to take up for you and all this stuff. Mm-mm. And then they asked Stacy about the cannabis line and what is the name of it. Then she said, then they asked Stacy, is she Nigerian? Then Stacy said that she did an ancestry check and mm, ancestry check and she is Nigerian. Then the lady said that that is the difference between heritage, being heritage, and then doing an ancestry check. Okay. And then and they went back and forth and back and forth. And then Ashley said, excuse me, that she does not believe her. I'm like, you want to talk, Ashley, because you're not squeaky clean yourself. So we're going to gracefully move on from her. Okay. And take that good bow. Okay. Because Ashley is she the last person to say anything. I'm like, girl, shut the hell up. And the name, that's just a damn shame. And I mean, it's just people on this show that I get sick of, and I get sick of Ashley. Okay. And then when Angel is about to ask Stacy a question, then Stacy just dismisses her real quick. And then she got an issue now with Stacy, and she joining the pile up gang up club against Stacy. And then Jizzy did not know about the GNA flow. But Ashley talks about, she cool with it or whatever. Giselle just got over it and all that stuff. And then Ashley talks about her journey being a bisexual woman. And then she says that she had a girl crush on someone. And then she told her grandma, and her grandma did not see anything wrong with it. And that's a good story right there. Because, some people, as far as, the gays and the lesbians and the bisexual people and the different things, the different trying to see how I can say it without getting in trouble, well, just different ways that people classify themselves these days. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes people are not understanding on any of it. So that was good that Ashley's grandma was understanding it. Okay. And then they then go to eat, and Giselle talks to Monique. And she told Monique that when she first mm, got there, she was like, she was not sure how it was going to go. And Monique then said that, same here, but it has been 5 years, and she had not seen Wendy in 5 years neither, also. So she needs to talk to both of them. And then Monique said that she is cool and she gets it. hmm And Ashley asked about the divorce. And Mo said, Monique, this Monique, but this her name here. I'm gonna give her this nickname. Mo said that she did not feel loved properly by Chris. And then also said she said all the stuff that she did for Chris, and he did not do as much for her. Just because he had the money, he just thought that he could just do and treat her the way that he wanted to treat her. Okay. And then Mo said, every time her birthday comes, they get into a big fight. And then Giselle asked, today, do y'all think that y'all will be fighting or getting into a big fight? And because it is about you and it's not about him. And then it goes back to Monique, and she's saying dating somebody in the spotlight, everyone loves that person. Everybody loves that person. For example, if you were to date a Michael Jordan, he in the spotlight, he famous. Scottie Pippen, he in the spotlight, he famous. LeBron James, he in the spotlight, he famous. So that's an example about, a situation that Monique was talking about. And then she was just pretty much saying that somebody in the spotlight, and then she said everyone that loves her, that person, or everyone that loved her husband. And then they sons, and then like she said, they sons can't even take it, and then some of them can't take it, when the spotlight is not on them. They always want the spotlight to be on themselves. For example, Chris always wants the spotlight to be on him, and he didn't think that and I know this how he was. He didn't think that Monique was worthy of being recognized. He didn't think she was worthy of being recognized. And then he always said, I always thought that he was thinking that because he had the money, that he was better than her. And then And then the thing is, when the spotlight is off of those men or people like that, then that is the kind of thing you face when you date someone in the spotlight. They always gonna have people that's always coming up and saying, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" And you're not gonna never have no privacy if you go out and all this stuff. If you go out to dinner or something like that, you're not gonna never have no privacy because they're gonna always want to be in your space and your husband's space. And then Tia, she asked, what was your last straw when you knew that you were done? And then Mo says that, well, he will be nice if it's something that he wants. And so sometimes I would just give him some, thinking that it will help. But the last time he was acting different, and I felt like a used piece of meat. hmm Then I said, "You will never find another me again." And I'm like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, Monique. You have to show these men these days sometimes about that. And I said, I love it. I love it. Much respect. Monique, welcome back, Mo. Next, gracefully, Angel and her husband, they are looking for a new home. And she even said that when they were in Colorado, it took them a month to find a place. And then her husband said that he can see himself sitting outside and talking to the kids and then talking about the girls with her and all of that. And then the catfish comes back up. Okay. The catfish comes back up. And she is blaming Wendy. But Jizzy said that she said it. Just the whole thing is Giselle sat there and made that comment about the being a catfish, and then she just throwing it on Wendy. I don't know why she throwing it on Wendy. Maybe she throwing it on Wendy because everybody is trying to use Wendy for a scapegoat and all that stuff, and she need a storyline too. So maybe that's why Ashley is just jumping down um Wendy's throat. Okay. But Giselle said she said it. And then that's the whole thing. It was 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, girl, really? Cut it. Stop it. Everything is delayed in her issues. It's like she don't come and just state anything just front face center at the time that it's happening. So she needs to just really, really, really cut it. Okay. And then she needs to know that this is null and void. Now, girl, bow gracefully and just gracefully go on. Shoot. And then she talking to Wendy and the air baby. Cause she just want to come at Wendy and make her a storyline like I told y'all for her. Mm-mm-mm. Shame, shame, shame. And then we gracefully gonna say next to her too. And then Giselle, Kiana, Tia, Ashley, they could not hang, but Ashley was out. Well, they couldn't hang. And they was the older ladies and all that stuff. And see, Ashley was out hanging with the thing and just hanging and banging it all the way to 3 a.m. And they all went home, went to their hotels, and then they just went ahead and took a nap. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm, 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 mm. And everybody was snoozing, but Grace is really a good time. Like I say, she's a good time. She's a fun girl. And it's time for Reasonably Shady. And Reasonably Shady hit 10 million downloads. And I'm like, congrats are up. I give congratulations when congratulations are due. Congratulations to Giselle and congratulations to that other lady, Rob. So Kiana, we gonna gracefully say next. So Kiana says that she got a call from Cookie, and the conversation went like Chris saying that Monique dragged him and dogged him out and all. And so then Giselle wanted to know who told Cookie that. And then it was Chris. And then they said, well, who told Chris? Who told Chris that then? And then it was the culprit, and the culprit was of course, Miss Stacy. And Giselle said that Stacy should not have opened her wide mouth, and Monique was having a sisterly sit down with her, with Stacy. And I'm like, why you gonna shit on why you gonna shit on Momo like that? She was trying to sit down with you, bitch. Okay, she pissing me off. She is really pissing me off. Then, like I said, she opened her wide mouth again to tell Chris, and Cookie don't even like Stacy. She don't like Stacy. That's the problem. But I digress. I don't like messy shit. I really don't. And Monique was only telling her truth and not dogging Chris. And then Wendy and Monique, they meet up. They meet up. And the person that was in the middle was Candace. Because they can sit down and they can talk and they can have a conversation. Because she was Wendy's friend. Candace was Wendy's friend. Wendy was Candace's friend. And she too. She took Candace's side just immediately. Wendy took Candace's side just immediately. This was in season 5, y'all. And then Monique says that she remembers, and she says she remembers that Wendy was the person that called to check on her, the first person that called to check on her before Karen, when she had the argument with Candace. And Mo says that I came to Pride with an open arm. Then also, Wendy said that both you and Giselle should talk separately and have a wholeheartedly good conversation. And then Monique asked Wendy, when is the last time that she talked to Karen? And then that, Wendy said that at the reunion, Karen did not even thank me at all. hmm And then they discussed Cookie, and Monique says that she doesn't even talk to her, and she says she is cool with Chris, and she the type that trash me when I am not around her, but act different when I'm around her. And then she says she is a demon, and she met her in 2007. Then, then she says that Cookie met Karen through her. Cookie met Karen through her. And then they talk about the new girls. And Mo says that they're all cool. And then Wendy says Stacy is her girl. And she is tired, tired of going up, up a session for of the gang up session on Stacy. And we gonna gracefully say next right here. And then this one, Stacy invites Tia to meet her husband. And she tells Tia that she says that she is a safe space for her to meet her husband. Then Stacy invites Tia to join her, Wendy, and Eddie for a bite to eat. But it is a no on Tia's part. And her husband does not, he don't want to be on TV. And Stacy is asked, how does Stacy know Chris? And then Stacy says that she only knows him on a social level. She kind of downgrading as she know Chris. And she's sitting up there saying that she only know him on a social level. I'm like, now hold on, Stacy. Don't start that lying shit. Now we don't have time for the damn lying. Cause she knows she say she went on a date with Chris, or did she go on a date with Chris? She probably telling the truth about what she just said, cause she probably ain't never went on no date with that man. Gracefully next, and then Jizzy is getting ready for the recently shady recently shady event, and Robin said she is not coming. And Giselle said that Rob is not coming because she was fired from the show. Mm. And but the fourth wall was broken by Jizzy. But that was her friend though. I'm like, so Robin, you're not gonna make an exception for your friend. Y'all are business partners. And you just don't give a damn. I get goddamn. She don't care. Mm-hmm. Anywho, I digress. And Tia, her husband, meet for dinner with the Osefos. But Fib and Stacy says that mm, her husband, mm, her husband lied a little. Yeah, she did lie a little because she lied. She said that she met her husband at 19. Uh-huh. But I digress. And that's when Wendy and said that she met Eddie at 17, and Wendy was not paying him no mind because he had no car. He ain't had no car. And she was busy doing something else with her life and her time. Okay. And when and then when they went to college, she wanted him then because he had some wheels then. And then Tia's husband is from Chicago. But she said that she's never been. I'm like, Tia, girl, you better go on and go to Chicago. Because Chicago is not a bad place if you go to the right place. It's not a bad place if you go to the right place. Okay? All right. Mm-hmm. And then Tia then tells Wendy that Stacy told her that she is and was safest person for her husband to be around. And you know how Wendy is feeling because she just sat there and said and she just took up for Stacy. And you see how Stacy be shitting on people and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know she took offense. And when she be always, she always be defending her. That's the whole point. She always be defending you, Stacy. She always be defending you. And then when he always when she always defended her, and then Wendy calls and has her on speakerphone, and Stacy says that she is at dinner with Tia, and she asks, "Why you not here?" And then Stacy says that her husband is not ready for a big introduction to you ladies. Then Tia said, "You said that he was out of town." Then she gets mad at Tia, saying that she really did she really didn't appreciate how she brought it up to Wendy. Then Wendy is next. She did not like how Wendy called her. I'm like, God damn, Tia. Damn, Stacy. They trying to help you. They trying to help you, Stacy. But Tia then mentioned that Angel has an issue with Wendy. And then she mad because Wendy is not cool with Kiana. So childish on her part. And it's like, are you okay, girl? Are you cool? Are you okay? Are you okay? So we get to the reasonably shady party. And the reasonably shady party, Tia mentions about her conversation with lying ass Stacy, giving Then Angel wants to bring up her issue from 2 weeks ago when she was in a room with Giselle when they was on that boat. She should have said something to Giselle then because she do not read the room. Okay. And then Giselle don't want to talk to her. She is not reading the room, and it's her time to shine. That's her event. Do you think she finna talk to you? Do you think she finna talk to you, ma'am? Absolutely not. And then everyone is talking and asking about how Rob is missing in action. And then Wendy shaded the shit out of Robin. Talk about how she be on that couch. Sure did. Then, gracefully next, Stacy confronts Tia. And they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. And I say this, Tia had every right to go in on Stacy. That's all it is. She had a right to go in on Stacy. And I understand her frustration with Stacy. That was correct. And she did lie, and she is a liar. And that was my review, y'all. She is a liar. And it was some more parts and all that stuff, but oh, Messy Cookie. Well, let me just tell you this. It continued. And when what Cookie was doing is they was trying to figure out the same thing about how it got back to Monique about Dog and Chris, and we had figured out the culprit because what happened was Cookie told Chris, and then Cookie got the information from Stacy. So Stacy was the culprit, And they was just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and pointing their hands in each other's faces and all that stuff. And I'm like, y'all need to stop. Y'all really do need to stop. Y'all need to just stop, stop, stop. And that was my review for Love and Hip Hop. Oh Lord, not Love and Hip Hop, y'all. Too many loves, too many loves. Love and oh, Lord, wrong notes. Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 8. This is my live review. And what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And it was a pleasure speaking with y'all on tonight because it is 2:51 a.m. 2:51 a.m. and I'm ready to crawl in the bed. But I had to go ahead and get this out to y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this. And again, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so, so much, my YouTube family, for staying and listening to me at this late time in the morning. Well, early time in the morning. But bye, YouTube family. I'm getting off of here.